This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
RTV6 is working for you with an important warning as you do your after-holiday shopping. Thanks for joining us here at 6 o'clock. I'm Nicole Griffin. A social media post is making the rounds, warning shoppers to pay attention to their surroundings. It comes after a woman says she was followed and recorded by several men she didn't know. RTV6's Cornelius Hawker is live tonight at Castleton Square Mall. He's looking into these claims and finding out what IMPD recommends you do if you are in a similar situation. Cornelius.
Nicole, as you can see, there are so many cars out here at the mall. Lots of folks out here with their families. So the last thing they want to worry about is being put in an uncomfortable situation. Now, if we can put that post up there, in it, the woman accuses the lotion and fragrance samplers here at the mall of making more than trying to do more than actually make a sale, even going as far as to say that they were trying to sex traffic her possibly. Now, the problem with all of this is that the police say they have no report of anything like this. They even checked in with the FBI and still there was nothing. I actually talked to a shopper out here today and she says posts like this on social media scare people for no good reason, considering all the security that's actually out here at places like this.
Yeah, it's well lit, cameras everywhere. There's no fright out here to me.
Now, police say posting about things like this on social media is fine, but they want you to call them first so they can investigate it. And if it's true, they'll be able to stop it from happening to someone else. Live tonight in Castleton, working for you, I'm Cornelius Hawker for RTV6.
Cornelius, thank you. The posts we are referring to say the woman reported the incident to mall security at Castleton Square Mall. Well, we reached out to security and they had IMPD contact us and confirmed that they do not have record of this happening. Mall security did not provide any further comment. Developing news tonight, a man is in critical condition after an officer-involved shooting on the south side. It happened early this morning just before 3 a.m. IMPD officers with the Southeast District were called to Wedgwood Drive and Lacey Drive. We clearly have the wrong video right here up on the screen, but they were called there for an attempted carjacking. Officers arrived and started searching for the suspects, and then they came in contact with two guys matching the suspect descriptions walking along Stop 11 Road. Police say one of the men was carrying a rifle and officers got out of their vehicle and ordered him to drop that weapon, but they say he refused. Police say that's when he was shot by officers. The second person, who police say was a juvenile, complied with the officers and was taken into custody. Two investigations are now underway, a criminal investigation and an internal affairs investigation to ensure the officers complied with department policy. Tonight, Beech Grove police are investigating a shooting that happened this afternoon. Police say a man is in stable condition after he was shot in the knee during a disturbance. Officers responded to the area of 9th and Albany Street around 1 o'clock. A woman who was at the apartment during the incident was arrested on an unrelated warrant, but no arrests have been made in connection with the shooting. Police say they do not believe it was a random incident. If you have any information about this case tonight, contact Beech Grove Police. Now let's get a check your 26 forecast. Another nice Saturday, Kyle.
Yeah, we've been enjoying a nice and quiet stretch of weather here lately, but you see the first signs that that's starting to change a little bit on Storm Team 6 radar. A few very light rain showers making their way to the northeast, most prevalent across Putnam County right now through Greencastle, also about to move into Rockville. Had some very light rain that moved through the downtown area. That is sliding toward the north side and eventually into southern portions of Hamilton County. Then just a couple of very light sprinkles here southwest of Connersville at this point. And things will stay fairly scattered as we go through the next several hours, right through about 1 a.m. Then you start to see that more widespread rain in Illinois that's going to be moving our way. Temperatures, though, they were mild again today, enjoying those numbers that are about 20 degrees above average for this time of year. Right now, still sitting in the middle 50s downtown, 59 degrees in Bloomington, and in the middle 40s, a little cooler for you in the Kokomo area. So if you are heading out this evening, not a bad idea to take along the umbrella, but we are going to have more dry time than any showers out there, with temperatures holding steady. A few more showers by 10 o'clock.
All right, Kyle, thank you. A small plane crash in Lafayette, Louisiana has left 5 dead and several others injured. Here's ABC's Kaylee Hartung with all the details.
Shortly after taking off, a twin-engine plane crashed in Louisiana, 1 mile west of the Lafayette Regional Airport.
Unfortunately, we have 5 individuals who are deceased as a result of the plane crash. There were 6 individuals on this small 8-passenger plane. The 6th individual is right now in the hospital being treated.
3 other people injured as a result of the crash.
We also had 1 individual that was in a car or near a car that was impacted by the event, who's also being treated for their injuries. There were 2 other individuals in the post office who went to the hospital because of smoke inhalation. They have been treated and they're doing fine.
The Piper Cheyenne was headed to DeKalb Peachtree Airport outside Atlanta. Sources telling ABC News the passengers were heading to the LSU-Oklahoma college football game today. Among the deceased, New Orleans NBC affiliate reporter Carly McCord, the daughter-in-law of LSU's offensive coordinator Steve Ensminger. Witnesses reporting the plane struck a power line while trying to make an emergency landing, then crashed in a parking lot of a U.S. post office. The impact of the crash blowing out windows. A nearby Walmart was evacuated. The FAA and the NTSB will be conducting the investigation to determine the cause of the crash.
At 9 p.m. tonight, hopefully the NTSB will be here to take over where the feds are with the investigation.
Louisiana's Governor John Bel Edwards expressing his condolences on Twitter for the heartbreaking news out of Lafayette, asking everyone to pray for the families and friends of everyone affected by this terrible tragedy. Kaylee Hartung, ABC News, Lafayette, Louisiana.
Kaylee, thank you. Today, a group of more than 100 people protested on Monument Circle, joining nationwide protests held in recent weeks. Holding signs and chanting, the rally aimed to bring awareness to what protesters call religious discrimination and attacks on civil rights in India. A new citizenship law is triggering the protests. It aims to provide an expedited path to citizenship for certain religious groups in India, but not Muslims. Those against it say it violates India's secular constitution and have filed challenges with the Supreme Court. Many of those who gathered in Indianapolis today are Indian Americans concerned about the current situation and deadly protests in India.
What we are afraid of, India may not be a free democratic country that India is known for in the world.
So it's important that we stand together even over in another country when somebody's set up with a religion as their criteria to be discriminated against. And the ripple effect that it has in our country with demonstrations that are happening all over the United States. And that we as Sikhs and Christians and Jews and others stand together with our Muslim brothers to say we should be valued for who we are, and our religions are all should be seen equal for our country and our government.
India's prime minister has defended the citizenship law and accused the opposition of pushing the country into a fear psychosis. Protesters plan to continue holding rallies until the new law is withdrawn. For the first time since the 80s, Democrats will enter 2020 with a city council majority in Republican Vice President Mike Pence's hometown. Democrats captured their 4-3 Columbus City Council majority in November's election. It comes as they defeated 2 Republican incumbents. A recount was completed earlier this month, but did not change the results. Democrat Jerome Wood says the council majority is a good change in direction for Columbus. Coming up, a mom who went missing along with her baby is in her final resting place. The baby reunited with her father, but so many lingering questions about what happened. A family saw it on TV and thought it would be a fun gift for their kids, but they say that gift almost destroyed their home. Kyle.
Today, our 7th day enjoying highs in the 50s and 60s, but a cool down is coming. We'll talk about when those highs return to the 30s. You're watching RTV6 News at 6.
Ask your doctor about Pickering.
This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Tonight, friends and family of Heidi Broussard are remembering the young mother who went missing only to be found dead a few days later. Heidi was laid to rest in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Here's ABC's Zachary Quiche with the details.
Friends and family gathering in Lake Charles, Louisiana on Saturday to say goodbye to Heidi Broussard. The young Texas mother disappeared with her infant daughter Margot on December 12th after dropping her 6-year-old son off at school in Austin, Texas. Broussard's body was found a week later inside the trunk of a car outside of this Houston home. She'd been strangled. Her baby found unharmed inside of that house. The horrific discovery leading to the arrest of Broussard's friend Megan Firamuska, now being held on a $600,000 bond, charged with 2 counts of kidnapping and 1 count of tampering with Broussard's corpse. But no murder charges have been filed against Firamuska. Her attorneys say they have no information from the Travis County District Attorney's Office regarding additional charges. In a statement, her defense team saying they are proud to represent her and anxious to review the evidence collected thus far, adding, "We are in the beginning stages of a very long process, but there are many questions that need to be answered." Heidi's friends say they are devastated by her death.
Heidi, to me, is loving, she's sincere, she's caring, and people wonder why she has so many best friends. It's because everyone was drawn to her.
Earlier this week, just hours before Christmas Eve, baby Margot was reunited with her father, Heidi's fiance, Shane Carey, who posted this photo simply saying, "Baby Margot is home."
That's the best thing that, could ever happen.
Firamuska is scheduled to make her first formal court appearance in the case before a judge on January 2nd. Zachary Quiche, ABC News, New York.
Zachary, thank you. A close call for an Illinois family on Christmas. They say a popular drone toy they bought for their kids nearly set their house on fire. Celeste Robinson and her husband plugged the as seen on TV UFO drone on Christmas Eve, plugged it in. They wanted the drones ready so the kids could use them first thing in the morning. A bit later, they say they heard a strange hissing noise. They walked to the counter to find the drones hot to the touch. They unplugged the drones, and that's when Celeste says one of the drones burst into flames and she threw it on the floor. They were able to put out the flames, but say the situation could have ended in a much different way.
We were so blessed that he heard the noise and we checked it out, because we would have been asleep and it could have been our house, it could have been our lives.
Scary situation. Well, according to the instructions, the drone takes 40 minutes to become fully charged. The Robinsons say they were only plugged in for a half hour. NASA astronaut Christina Cook made history today. She has now broken the record for the longest single space flight by a woman. Cook had been on the International Space Station for 289 days now, exceeding the record of Peggy Whitson, who spent 288 days in space. She says she will stay on the station until February 2020. That time frame will fall just shy of the longest single space flight by a NASA astronaut. Cook says she hopes the record for the longest space flight by a female astronaut will be exceeded again as soon as possible. Good for her, but turning to your Storm Team 6 forecast now. Wow, today was another nice day. I feel like we've been so spoiled this week.
It's easy to get spoiled this time of year with these temperatures. We know eventually it's going to get cold again. We got a taste of it in the 7-day, but overall things are still looking pretty good here if you're a fan of some of the warmer temperatures. Right now, 55 in downtown and Columbus, still close to 60 in Bloomington and Bedford. A little cooler as we work our way to the north, and even 50 in the Kokomo and Tipton areas, 45 in Peru right now. Storm Team 6 radar showing just a few very light scattered showers out there for us. Still moving through Greencastle, also into portions of northern Marion County. We'll move into Carmel, Fishers, Castleton areas here, and Greenfield also getting in on some very light rain. But it stays scattered here the next several hours. As we go through tonight, you'll notice those rain chances will increase. What you'll also notice is the temperatures aren't really going to decrease very much at all. We'll hold in the middle 50s with an overnight temperature of about 53 degrees. Average high is 36, so we are going to stay well above that with periods of rain and a southeast breeze at 10 to 15 miles per hour. So here's a look at that rain timeline for you. At 8 o'clock this evening, scattered very light rain showers mainly north of Interstate 70. Once we get after midnight and the early morning hours of our Sunday, that's when rain will be a little more widespread, possibly a couple of rumbles of thunder in there as well. We are not looking at severe storms, though, that will be moving through. This is 8 o'clock tomorrow morning on TrueCast. You can see the rain does look like as we get into the early afternoon hours, we get a little bit of a break in the rain activity. We're going to keep those clouds around, though, and then another wave of rain will move in here as we go into our Sunday evening and much of Sunday night. We could have some heavy rainfall there before it leaves us with just a couple of scattered showers into our early Monday morning. Rainfall potential about 1 inch to 2 inches of rain. Get under a couple of storms, though, you could have a little more than that. So stay updated with the RTV6 app, and of course you'll have that radar at your fingertips with the free Storm Shield app as well throughout your Sunday. There's a look at the mild temperatures. We get even warmer tomorrow despite the rain around the area. Temperatures will make their way into the 60s, not too far away from the record, which is 66 back in 1889. We'll be at 63 in Indy and even the lower 60s around Peru and Kokomo for your Sunday. 7-day planning forecast. Cool down follows that. 42 on Monday. Couple of showers still lingering around. It will be windy Monday and Tuesday. That's going to certainly add to the chill with a high of just 36, possibly some snow showers on Tuesday, which is New Year's Eve. Things are looking a little better early in 2020 as temperatures rebound. Highs around 50 degrees Thursday through Saturday.
Warm weather streak coming to an end.
A little bit. We're going to need to layer up the next couple of days.
Okay. Thank you, Kyle. Blood banks are putting out an urgent call. They need donors now. Up next, the personal stories that might move you to take action. So you just got that new Alexa for Christmas, or maybe that Ring doorbell camera. The thing you should do right away to make sure your new device is safe and secure.
Happy hunting.
Welcome back. Public health experts are concerned that a shortage in blood supplies could get worse. Severe weather, canceled blood drives, and the holidays are causing supply levels to drop to critical levels. Usher Qureshi looks at what's being done about it.
For Medline employee Rhonda Hinks, giving blood is a celebration. On this day, she made her 100th donation.
It doesn't take too long to give the blood. It always feels better to donate the blood than to need the blood.
But regular donors like Hinks are a rarity.
I'm hoping you're going to reach that point someday, too.
While every 2 seconds someone in the U.S. needs blood, only 3% of the population donates.
This time of year, it's really difficult because people are busy with holiday plans and they don't think about donating blood.
Hinks and her coworkers gave 100 units of blood collectively in just 6 hours, enough to save some 300 lives.
Drives like this are crucial to replenishing the nation's blood supply. Even more important at this moment, say public health officials, when there's a critical shortage.
Right now, the Red Cross says it has less than a 5-day supply of blood on hand.
The blood is just going out faster than it's coming in at this point.
Shortages are being reported across the country, particularly of O-type blood known as the universal donor.
We need to collect, I think it's 13,000 units of blood every single day to meet the needs across the whole country.
In extraordinary cases like that of Sarah McFarland, who needed a new heart, liver, and kidney last year, the rare triple organ transplant required a large quantity of blood.
When you add all three, it's a ton of blood. And I learned today that I got 10 units of blood during my surgery, which is huge.
One reason her mother became a regular blood donor and her family started their own blood drives.
Sarah happened to see how much she needed at that time, and we were just blown away.
It's a need for which every drop collected could mean the difference between life and death. Reporting from Chicago, I'm Usher Qureshi.
Usher, thank you. It's a big time of the year for new technology. Maybe you got a device as a gift or you're planning to take advantage of after Christmas sales. Before you set up gadgets like the Ring doorbell, Alexa, or the Nest thermostat, we have an important safety reminder for you. Experts say once you get a device on your Wi-Fi network, change the passwords. That goes for the device and Wi-Fi network itself. You might remember those recent cases of people hacking into home security cameras. That can happen when factory settings aren't changed or if you use the same password for everything and that gets compromised. Also, if a device offers a two-factor authentication, use it. That would require someone signing in to use a phone number to verify their identity. We'll be right back after this break.
Don't miss out on this special offer.
When you think of celebrating New Year's Eve, the iconic Times Square ball drop might come to mind. That might be the most well-known, but other cities have some more creative ways to ring in the new year. Take Eastover, North Carolina, for example. It drops a 30-pound model of a flea named Jasper. The tradition is a nod to the town's old nickname, Flea Hill, which started after an infestation years ago. In Yuma, Arizona, they drop a head of iceberg lettuce. That area grows about 90% of the country's winter greens, and you might not be surprised to learn that in Plymouth, Wisconsin, they drop a big wedge of cheese. The area claims to be the cheese capital of the world. That's pretty funny to learn.
Those are certainly interesting. The flea, they might want to just let that part of history go.
Yeah.
All right, tomorrow we've got some rain. We'll have some dry time, especially into the early afternoon, and some mild temperatures out there once again as we make our way into the 60s. Once we get the rain out of here, though, it does cool down a bit. 42 on Monday, 36, a few snow showers on Tuesday, and then we're back up to around 50 degrees early in 2020.
All right, Kyle, thank you, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you right back here tonight at 11. Have a great night.